Chapter 6. The Dance of Defiance. The rooftop bar glittered under Atlanta's skyline, a crown of stars and steel piercing the humid night. Amber lights strung across beams cast a warm glow over the crowd, their champagne flutes clinking like a chorus of ambition, their voices weaving a tapestry of deals and dares. Zephyra Seraphina Locke stepped onto the terrace, her presence a flame cutting through the haze, her figure draped in a crimson dress that clung to her curves like a lover's promise. Her ebony skin shimmered, her curly waves tumbling free, and the coal locket gleamed against her chest, a dark star pulsing with her breath. At 28, she was a queen here, and tonight she'd remind them. She moved through the throng, hips swaying with a rhythm that silenced whispers, her almond-shaped eyes, dark chocolate, molten with fire, sweeping the room. Industry titans nodded, photographers raised glasses, and her husky drawl met their praise. "Evening, y'all," with a warmth that masked the storm still churning from the streets, from Sasha's rise, from Dr. Hart's question. The camera strap hung over her shoulder, a quiet victory from dusk, but the weight of doubt lingered, a splinter she couldn't shake. She'd reclaim it all here, under these lights, where her throne still stood. Then Sasha swept in, sharp cheekbones slicing the air, her voice a blade of triumph cutting through the hum. "Zeph, darling," she drawled, mocking her accent. "You hear? That campaign pitch you loved, the lingerie spread? Mine now." She held up a tablet, the mock-up glowing. Sasha's lithe form in lace where Zephyra's should have been, a betrayal that stabbed deep. The crowd's eyes swiveled, a hush falling, and Zephyra's pulse spiked, her crimson lips tightening. She'd pitched that months ago, poured her soul into it, and now this newcomer, this thief, flaunted it like a trophy. Sasha smirked, her gaze a taunt, a mirror of that damned wink from the loft. "Guess they wanted fresh blood," she said, and the words landed like a gauntlet, igniting a blaze in Zephyra's chest. Not doubt now, but a competitive fire that roared hotter than the amber lights. She stepped forward, the crimson dress flaring, and let her hips sway into a slow, sensual dance. The room stilled, glasses forgotten, as she moved, each step a reclaiming, her body a melody of curves and defiance, eyes locked on Sasha's. The coal locket swung, its weight a rhythm to her pulse, and she spun, fabric kissing her thighs, drawing every gaze like moths to her flame. Maya watched from a corner, coal-lined eyes glinting with quiet hunger, her leather jacket a stark contrast to the gala's sheen. She'd slipped in late, her velvet voice texting Zephyra an invite. "Next show's yours." And now she leaned against a railing, lips curving as Zephyra danced. Their bodies brushed briefly, a fleeting heat as Maya joined her for a beat, satin meeting leather, a whisper of their kiss igniting the air. Liam lingered at the bar, rugged silhouette framed by the skyline, hazel eyes tracing her with pride, and a tighter edge. His jaw clenched, jealousy flickering as Maya's shadow loomed. Zephyra felt them both, twin pulls on her soul, but her focus stayed on Sasha, on the fight. The music swelled, a low, sultry beat, and Zephyra let it carry her, her dance a defiance that drowned Sasha's smirk. The crowd murmured, then cheered, their tide turning back to her, and she ended with a tilt of her chin, crimson lips parted, breath heavy, not invincible maybe, but unbreakable tonight. Sasha's bravado cracked, her tablet lowering, her taunt swallowed by the applause, but the sting of her win lingered, a splinter under Zephyra's triumph. "You're not invincible," Sasha muttered, retreating into the throng, and the words echoed Dr. Hart's challenge, a doubt that gnawed beneath her bravado. A courier slipped through, delivering a package to a producer. Sasha's magazine cover mock-up, her face plastered where Zephyra's should have been, a final jab that twisted the knife. Maya stepped closer, her velvet voice brushing Zephyra's ear. "You owned that," she murmured, her fingers grazing her wrist, a heat that stirred her blood. Liam approached, his rumble cutting through. "Hell of a show, Zeph. he said, his hand brushing her shoulder, steadying her storm. Their eyes, hazel and coal-lined, held her, a crossroads she couldn't name, and she wondered, beneath the victory, if this was all she'd be, a performer, not a creator. The night spun on, the skyline glittering, and Zephyra stood between them, crimson dress cool against her fevered skin, the coal locket a steady weight. Sasha's theft, Liam's pride, Maya's hunger, they circled her. A queen with a crown she'd fight to keep, but a question lingered, soft as a shadow. What lay beyond the dance? She slipped Maya's invite into her clutch, her fingers brushing the locket, and turned back to the crowd, her flame burning bright, her truth still a step away.